This is unacceptable po. Ang sinulat ho ay complete the implementation of all signed peace agreements. The OPAPRO reported na na-implement na lahat ng signed peace agreements. Unless otherwise, OPAPRO is saying na hindi pa tapos yung implementation. Because this is included in the PDP midterm update. Complete implementation of all signed peace agreements is fully implemented or institutionalized. If that is the case, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor, bakit ganito pa rin ho ang sitwasyon ng mga peace tables natin?
Mr. Speaker, there are significant progress and accomplishments in the normalization and political tracks of the peace agreement.
There are significant progress. That should be the wording, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor. Hindi po nakasulat sa report, they have completed the implementation of all signed peace agreements. That is unacceptable, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor. Bakit po nire-report sa midterm update ng PDP?
Those are targets, Mr. Speaker.
Those are
Targets.
But this is included in the PDP midterm update. So, is the sponsor saying na mali itong report sa PDP midterm update, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor?
Representative Elijah San Fernando from Party List Kamangawa is hereby recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor. Ilan po ang nakabukas at aktibo na peace table, Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker?
Mr. Speaker, we have 4 amnesty programs. One is the proclamation number 403, 404, 405, and 406. It covers our amnesty programs with RPM, RPA-ABB, CPP, NPA, NDF, MILF, and MNLF, Mr. Speaker.
So meron pong 4 na nakabukas at aktibo na peace table, Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Mr. Speaker. 4, Mr. Speaker.
Magkano po ang mga nakalaan na budget sa mga peace table from 2022 up to present? Kahit i-mention lang po yung mga figures.
Mr. Speaker, if my dear colleague would allow me, for all 4 tables, Mr. Speaker, from 2022, Speaker, may I ask for a few minutes suspension so that I don't eat up the time of my dear colleague?
Session suspended.
Mr. Speaker.
Session resumed.
Unfortunately, Mr. Speaker, and I would like to apologize to my dear colleague, we do not have the documents at the moment for 2022 to 2025, but I will personally submit it to the office of my dear colleague, but we have information for the proposed budget for 2026 programming for the 4 peace tables, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, kahit lang po doon sa MILF at RPMP, yung Revolusyonarong Partido Manggagawa Pilipinas, both TPG and NDCG. Kailangan po natin malaman to, Mr. Speaker, kung ano nilalaman nitong mga peace tables at magkano yung naka-allocate dito. Kahit figures lang po.
Mr. Speaker, for example, for RPA, RPM, ABB, since 2019 to 2025, budget of 1.7 billion pesos, Mr. Speaker.
1.7 billion po for the RPMP from
Yes.
20...
19 to 2025.
So the total allocation for RPMP since 2019 to 2025 is 1.7 billion. Tama po ba to, Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Patungkol naman po sa halimbawa sa MILF, meron po ba tayong datos, Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker?
Mr. Speaker, since 2019 to 2025, 9 billion pesos for the normalization program in the Bangsamoro, Mr.
For the
Speaker.
MILF, since 2019 to 2025 is 9 billion pesos has been allocated. Do you confirm po, Madam Sponsor, Mr.
Yes.
Speaker?
Yes,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Speaker.
Ano naman po, dito na lang po tayo mag-zero in sa dalawang peace table na ito. Ano po ang laman ng budget na to per item for MILF at RPMP peace tables? Because you have said 1.7 billion ang na-allocate na total for RPMP since 2019 and MILF 9 billion. Ano po ang laman ng mga item nitong budget na na-allocate at naibigay na sa dalawang peace table na ito?
There are different programs, Mr. Speaker. For example, under the MILF, of course, the security aspect, Mr. Speaker. At the same time, the socio-economic development such as educational assistance, emergency employment, skills training, entrepreneurial projects, socio-economic mechanisms, as well as transitional justice and reconciliation programs, such as land administration and governance, as well as roadmap activities, Mr. Speaker.
For the RPMP, Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker, ano po ang laman nitong mga item dito sa na-allocate na at posible na i-allocate for the next fiscal year? Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker.
For the RPM, RPA, Mr. Speaker, of course, there are immediate assistance for education, livelihood, housing, employment, site development, as well as health assistance programs, Mr. Speaker.
Ito po bang sa RPMP ay pumapatungkol sa TPG o parehas po na TPG at NDCG? Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
So pumapatungkol po sa parehas. May this representation be furnished a copy, if possible po, ngayong araw po, na mabigyan kami ng kopya ng mga nilalaman ng mga item na para sa mga peace tables na ito. Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor. Kasi po mamaya babalikan po natin yan.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we will furnish my dear colleague within the day.
Thank you po. So on record, meron pong na-allocate tayo for these peace tables. Kasi hindi po maibigay pa yun doon sa ibang peace tables. Pero kung mamarapatin po ng Madam Sponsor natin na mabigyan din kami ng iba pa ng mga peace tables na allocation. On to my next question, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor, ano po ba ang state policy and peace framework natin patungkol sa pag-address dito sa usaping pangkapayapaan? As we all know, our country is home to the longest running insurgencies in the world. Ang approach ho ba natin ay i-manage indefinitely ang insurgencies o meron ba tayong roadmap to finally close and conclude the peace talks? Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, there is a roadmap, Mr. Speaker.
So there is a roadmap to finally close and conclude the peace talks, Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, definitely, Mr. Speaker.
Kung meron po tayong roadmap to finally close and conclude, bakit hanggang ngayon po marami pa rin nakabukas na peace tables? Why do we see peace tables multiplying? Milyon-milyon po ang nilalagay natin dito. And in fact, the sponsor has said na bilyon nga po ang nilalagay natin dito, pero bawat taon, hindi rin nabibigyan ng pagsasarado o closure itong mga peace tables natin, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor.
Mr. Speaker, these peace tables have been negotiated and it is in the process of ongoing negotiations, Mr. Speaker.
I will go back to that point, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor. On to my next question, may sinusundan po na plano ang OPAPRO pagdating sa peace tables. Ito po yung Philippine Development Plan, Peace and Security Outcome Results Matrix, which covers the period of 2023 to 2028. Do you confirm, Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
So, meron ho bang update dito sa Peace and Security Outcome Results Matrix dahil yung meron po kami na datos ay 2021 pa yung data available.
Mr. Speaker, based on the roadmap of OPAPRO for 2025, it intends to resolve all internal armed conflicts and sustain the gains of the Philippine Comprehensive Peace Process. 3 years from now, in 2028, a model peace process agency in the global community through ending all internal armed conflicts and sustain the gains of the peace process, Mr. Speaker. This is up to 2040, Mr. Speaker.
So, ano po yung update patungkol doon sa sinusundan natin? Kasi dito po sa PDP Peace and Security Outcome Results Matrix, ang baseline po natin is 2021 pa. Which is mamaya ibabangga po natin to sa Organizational Outcomes and Performance Indicators ng OPAPRO. So what is the updated figures? Kasi 2021 pa lang po yung ano natin dito baseline natin
Mr. Speaker, as of today, only one peace table is still ongoing negotiations, which is with the CPP-NPA, Mr. Speaker.
Isa lang po ang
Ongoing pa po yung negotiation.
ongoing. Pero dito po sa PDP Peace and Security Outcome Results Matrix, meron po kayong 4. Comprehensive Agreement on the Bangsamoro, Implementation of Peace Agreement, the 1996 Final Peace Agreement with the MNLF, 2000 Peace Agreement with the RPMP, RPA-ABB, and the 5-year normalization program with the GPH and CPLA peace process. Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker. Halimbawa po, Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker, dito po kasi sa PDP, ito po yung sinusundan natin na plano Dito po sa PDP Peace and Security Outcomes Results Matrix, halimbawa po sa Comprehensive Agreement on the Bangsamoro, 100% ang target na implementation ng OPAPRO by 2028. Yet, the actual accomplishment for normalization components in 2024 is at 17.5%. And the 2026 NEP target remains at only 20%. So, papaano po ito, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor, na makukumpleto natin itong peace negotiation o maisasarado natin itong pag-uusap sa kapayapaan with MILF kung ito lang po yung target natin? We are aiming at 100% until 2028. Yet, on the 2026 NEP target, that's only 20%.
Mr. Speaker, the challenge actually is the funding, Mr. Speaker. So we need the help of Congress in order for this to be funded.
The challenge is the?
Funding.
Particularly on what component?
The normalization process.
The
Mr.
normalization. Kanina po binabanggit natin, we have already allocated 9 billion pesos since 2019.
Mr. Speaker, the agency has stated that they need 40 billion pesos, Mr. Speaker.
On to my next question, Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker. Dito po, percentage sa inyong organizational outcome and performance indicator, percentage of remaining commitments under the final peace agreement. 2024 target, 70%. 2024 actual accomplishment, 70%. 2025 target, 70%. And 2026 target, 70%. Walang pag-usad, Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker, bakit po 70%? Stagnant yung performance indicators and targets natin from 2024 to 2026. With less than a year left before the 2025 deadline, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor, ano po ang concrete steps na gagawin ng OPAPRO to reach the full completion? If not achievable, Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker, bakit po kayo nagre-report ng flat targets pa, Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker?
Mr. Speaker, according to the agency, from 2021 to 2023, we all know that we were hit by the pandemic, and it was only in 2024 that we were given a substantial budget to continue the process, Mr. Speaker.
Dito, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor, percentage completion of implementation of agreements, 50%. 2024, target 50%. 2024 accomplishment, 50%. 2025 target, 50%. 2026, 50%. Akala ko po ba ang state policy natin is to conclude and close peace tables? Bakit 50% lang po to? Target and accomplishment, Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker.
Precisely the point, Mr. Speaker. In 2020 to 2023, we were only given a minimal budget, and it is only in 2024 and 2025 that we were given a substantial budget, Mr. Speaker.
Kaya nga po natin tinatanong, Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker, ano po yung nilalaman nung hinihingi na budget ng OPA-PRU per peace table, nang sa gayon makita at malaman din natin dito sa House of Representatives paano makakatulong ang mga kinatawan para matupad at maisarado itong mga usaping pangkapayapaan. Hindi naman po pwede na kada taon maghihingi ang OPA-PRU ng budget and yet we do not have data. Hindi natin alam magkano nakalagay sa MILF, sa CPLA, sa RPMP, at iba pa na mga peace tables na nakabukas, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor. And yet, nandito ang OPA-PRU manghihingi, kailangan ng tulong namin dito sa OPA-PRU. We are more than willing to extend our help and assistance. But how can we do that if we do not have the data? Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, if my dear colleague would allow me, we can give him a report of all 4 peace tables, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, welcome po yun, Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker. Makikihingi na lang din po kaagad ang kinatawang ito ng mga datos para malaman din ho namin paano makakatulong ang House of Representatives sa ating mga kasama sa OPA-PRU. Now, here, on the PDP midterm update, ito po yung pinatutungkulan ko kanina. Kasi po ang hirap hindi kami makakita. Tinitignan namin yung website ng OPA-PRU, wala kaming makita ng mga relevant na datos doon. Di namin makita yung mga relevant na papeles. Di namin alam anong update sa mga nakabukas na peace tables. Dito po sa PDP midterm update, kanina ni-research po namin to, nakasulat dito, ensure peace and security. Nakasulat dito, complete the implementation of all signed peace agreements. Naka-check, green check. Anong ibig sabihin ng completed all the implementation of all signed peace agreements? Naka-check ho to eh. Ano pong ibig sabihin nito? Anong konteksto po nito? Halimbawa po, sa Comprehensive Agreement on the Bangsamoro, ang ibig sabihin po ba nito, all provisions have already been delivered in full, including the decommissioning of combatants, socio-economic packages, transitional justice, or does it simply refer to an agreement, to the agreement signings? If the implementation is complete, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor, bakit po ang daming reports pa rin, ang daming gaps pagdating sa delivery ng livelihood and reintegration program for former combatants, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor?
Mr. Speaker, we have noted all of the concerns of my dear colleague, and we will submit as soon as possible all relevant data that we can. Mr. Speaker.
Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker, this is unacceptable po. Ang sinulat ho ay complete the implementation of all signed peace agreements. The OPA-PRU reported na na-implement na lahat ng signed peace agreements unless otherwise, OPA-PRU is saying na hindi pa tapos yung implementation. Because this is included in the PDP midterm update. Complete implementation of all signed peace agreements is fully implemented or institutionalized. If that is the case, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor, bakit ganito pa rin ho ang sitwasyon ng mga peace tables natin?
Mr. Speaker, there are significant progress and accomplishments in the normalization and political tracks of the peace agreement.
There are significant progress. That should be the wording, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor. Hindi po nakasulat sa report, they have completed the implementation of all signed peace agreements. That is unacceptable, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor. Bakit po nire-report sa midterm update ng PDP?
Those are targets, Mr. Speaker.
Those are
Targets.
But this is included in the PDP midterm update. So, is the sponsor saying na mali itong report sa PDP midterm update, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor?
Those are targets, Mr. Speaker, for 2028.
Moving forward, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor, specific to the MILF peace table, may I ask how much has actually been released and spent for socio-economic programs intended for decommissioned combatants and MILF camps? In addition, can the sponsor enlighten us as to whether these programs were able to benefit all intended beneficiaries, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor?
Mr. Speaker, accomplishments, Mr. Speaker, there are 2,258 MNLF and 26,000 MILF combatants who have been profiled and decommissioned. 12,000 weapons have been documented and enrolled under the Program for Management of Small Arms and Light Weapons. And at the same time, Mr. Speaker, assistance programs such as educational, health, has been implemented in the total amount of 11.4 billion pesos.
Is the fourth phase of the decommissioning ongoing? Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor?
No, Mr. Speaker.
Bakit po hindi?
We don't have the list, Mr. Speaker. The agency does not have the list.
One of the component of the Annex of Normalization is the disbandment of private armed groups or PAGs. Can you give us an update on the status of this? Bakit may pressure sa MILF to decommission while hindi nagagalaw ang private armed groups? Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor, reports on the ground say that we are so focused with the decommissioning of MILF combatants and yet private armed groups in that particular area and region, walang ginagawa.
The National Task Force, Mr. Speaker, for disbandment of private armed groups is in place. It has disbanded 15 PAGs and 36 potential PAGs with more than 190 members and 100 firearms recovered.
According to reports, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor, the MILF has halted the decommissioning of its remaining combatants because the OPAPRU, or the government of the Republic of the Philippines, is not honoring its end of the bargain dito sa peace negotiations. Would the Madam Sponsor care to comment here, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor?
Mr. Speaker, the decommissioning was stopped back in 2023 because they did not provide the agency with a list, Mr.
They
Speaker.
did not provide the agency with the list. Why is that, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor? Bakit kaya hindi binigay yung listahan?
Mr. Speaker, I believe that we have to ask the MLF that question, Mr. Speaker.
Sumagot na ho in multiple reports. The government is not honoring its commitment as enshrined in the agreement, in the peace agreement. And that is why they have stopped decommissioning the combatants of MILF.
Mr. Speaker, the government, of course, will continue to hold open and substantial talks with the MILF to complete the normalization process.
In recent reports, Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker, sinasabi nila na wala na silang tiwala sa Presidential Advisor on the Peace, Reconciliation, and Unity. Papaano po natin titiyakin na magkakaroon ng makabuluhan na pag-uusap nang sa gayon masaraduhan na natin itong usaping pangkapayapaan sa pagitan ng Republika ng Pilipinas at ng MILF. These are reports coming from the ground, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor. And if I may quote, one of the reports said that OPAPRU Secretary Galvez is a saboteur of peace. How can we comment on that, Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker? Kasi ang goal po natin dito ay magkaroon ng pag-uusap. Masaraduhan, matuldukan yung usaping pangkapayapaan with the government of the Republic of the Philippines and the MILF. And yet we are hearing reports. And that is why this representation has already filed also a resolution regarding that. Papaano po natin matutugunan itong challenge na to, Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker?
Mr. Speaker, the decommissioning is only one aspect of the normalization program. Hence, all other normalization mechanisms continue to be operational and continues to deliver their mandate, including those under the security aspect, such as the ceasefire mechanisms and the joint peace and security teams, which all regularly work alongside the AFP and PNP to assist in the maintenance of peace and security in MILF
That
areas.
is true, Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker. Decommissioning is just one aspect of the normalization process. Marami rin pong mga marami pang pwedeng pag-usapan dyan. Pero pag kinausap natin, yung mga tao on the ground, ang dami rin ho nilang sumbong. Hindi kinilala yung proseso patungkol sa pagpili ng mga members of the parliament doon sa Bangsamoro. Maraming paglabag doon sa pagkilala sa proseso ng pagpili ng mga leader mula sa MILF papunta doon sa Bangsamoro Parliament. Hindi binibigay yung socio-economic programs. True. Yung decommissioning isang aspeto lang ho yan. Pero yung ibang aspeto rin ng normalization, ano pong progress nito? Dahil ito rin yung binabanggit, batay sa mga reports. Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker, paano po natin matitiyak na magpapatuloy? Kasi napakainit na usapin po nito, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor.
Mr.
On the verge of collapse, ang usaping pangkapayapaan, marami ho ang nagagalit, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor.
Mr. Speaker, we will continue to open all channels so that the goals of the normalization process will be reached, Mr. Speaker.
Proceeding on my next questions, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor. Doon naman po sa RPMP, RPA-ABB, they have not participated since the early 2000s. Yet the PDP still assumes 100% completion. Are taxpayers still funding peace tables with groups that no longer meaningfully participate? What is the policy of the state when agreements remain dormant for decades? Isa pa, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor, kanina binanggit, the OPAPRU has allocated 1.7 billion pesos since 2019 to 2025 for RPMP. I don't know if this covers TPG and the NDCG combined. Kailan po ba huling nagkaroon ng meeting ang OPAPRU at itong RPMP and DCG? Kailan po na-convene uli yung Joint Enforcement and Monitoring Committee? Aktibo pa po ba to o hindi? Kailan po na-convene? Kung na-convene man?
Yes, it is still active, Mr. Speaker.
It is still active. Are you pertaining to the RPMP and DCG? Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker?
Mr. Speaker, when the head of the agency assumed in 2019, they continued, Mr. Speaker.
How much has been allocated for that particular peace table, the NDCG?
Mr. Speaker, based on records, 73.44% has been accomplished in terms of the RPA-ABB's disposition of arms and forces, the community peace dividends, and their social and economic reintegration.
73% for the NDCG. When was the committee last
Mr.
convened?
Speaker, for the Kapatiran only.
For the
The
Kapatiran.
engagement with the NDCG is ongoing with the assistance of the Armed Forces of the Philippines and the Philippine National Police. The agency is validating and assessing the membership of individuals to qualify for peace and development programs in accordance with the provisions of the peace agreement, Mr. Speaker.
So yung TPG, tapos na po yun, Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker. Yung isa naman na table, yung NDCG, ano na po bang update doon sa Joint Enforcement and Monitoring Committee, yung JEMC? Aktibo pa ba o hindi?
Mr. Speaker, if my dear colleague would allow for an executive session between him and the agency, Mr. Speaker.
That is most welcome, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor. Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor, I will not further belabor the point. Alam niyo po, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor, bilyong-bilyong piso po kasi ang ina-allocate natin dito sa mga peace table na to. Gusto po ng mga manggagawa at ordinaryong Pilipino na magkaroon na ng tunay at pangmatagalan na kapayapaan. That is why we are also one with the agency na matuldukan at masaraduhan na itong mga nakabukas pa na peace table. Pero magagawa lang ho natin yan kapag na-address natin yung mga existing challenges and gaps, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor. Mahirap naman po na nag-uusap tayo dito and yet we are blindsided sa kung ano na ba talaga yung update. Ano yung nilalaman ng mga items na hinihiling ng OPAPRO. We can only help the agency kapag well-briefed, well-informed ang mga kinatawan ng bulwagang ito. Gusto po natin ng kapayapaan. Kaisa tayo dyan sa hangarin na yan. Peace is a constitutional aspiration, Mr. Speaker, but it should not become a permanent line item without closure. We owe it to the Filipino people to ask, when will these peace tables finally deliver their promises, or are we financing endless processes without end? Maraming salamat po, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor. Maraming salamat po sa oras ninyo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, dear.